Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick-a-card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever-changing. You are still the master of your own destiny. Hi everyone, thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick-a-card reading, and today's pick-a-card reading is going to be kind of fast because we're going to take a look at what is your talent. Okay, so if you're kind of thinking about what should I do, what kind of path should I follow, what am I good at, you probably should know, but if you wanted to get an idea how and what you should go, or like just the confirmation, you know, sometimes we always wonder, like I always wonder, I know what I wanted to be an actor, but then sometimes I wonder, am I really cut out for this, or am I talented enough, right? So we have a little bit of a self-doubt, especially if all the other people are like, well, I think this is what you should do, you know, putting in their opinion and maybe make you doubt yourself a little bit more. So if you're wondering and kind of want to know, this might be the reading for you, and this is timeless. Anytime you find this video, there might be a message for you. So we have the Black Moon astrology card to see what, where, and what kind of maybe things that you might be talented for, and then we are using the Field Tarot to give us an advice. Okay, so it'll be kind of quick. We have 4 different piles. Take your pick. Timestamps are going to be in the description box below, as well as in the message box and also in the timeline. All right, without further ado, we're going to start with pile number 1. If you need more time, pause the video right now. All right, if you chose pile number 1, okay, we're going to take a look at the advice later. First of all, we got the 11th house and the 8th house. Interesting. Take it how it resonates, because not all of it is going to resonate. Just, you know, could be one or the other, or the combination of it, right? So the 11th house is about community. It's about charity, or organizations, or non-profit organization in particular. Okay, organization, because there's like the structured big firms organization, that's more of the 10th house, but the 11th house is more like community, charity work, friends, right? Social work, non-profit. So if you are thinking about like anything that's associated with the greater good of the world, of humanity, or if you are a philanthropist, 11th house, this is the kind of area you may go into. Maybe you are like really passionate about environmental issues or stuff like that, right? So the greater good of the humanities is very 11th house, or any kind of charity, community stuff. That's that might be where you should look into. The 8th house is about deep down, it's very Scorpio, right? If you think about like detective, police, looking into like the dirty underground, dark, secretive, dangerous places that nobody else want to go to, but you're like super into it. That's the 8th house. Or psychology might be something that you might be into. 8th house is also really good for if you want to go into medical field, but the medical field that you wanted to go to is more like surgical, right? So you do surgeries, emergencies. Also, the 8th house is all about accountant might be an area as well, doing taxes, IRS, handling big, huge money, investment might be really good. You might even be like a lawyer, but there's different areas of law. So this might be more like, trust funds,
living trust, right? Handling large sum of money, or like being a lawyer for like large corporations, right? So you're setting up like what they should do, that type of things. And the eighth house is also anything esoteric. So if you're into anything that is like mysterious, esoteric, so tarot cards is one of them, astrology might be, 11th house, 8th house, both of them would also incorporate astrology. Astrology is very 11th house as well as 8th house. So you might be very interested into it in astrology or astronomy, right? And 8th house, anything esoteric, tarot. If you're more into like the Eastern stuff, the Eastern astrology stuff, that might be something that you might look into. Okay, so those are the areas. Now let's take a look at your advice card. We have the instigation, Prince of Wands. And then we have the 6 wands as a clarification. So I think these are the areas that you'll find success, okay? And Prince of Wands is instigation, but then all the wands card are very intuition. So it's a little bit different than like the water cup type of intuition. The wands is more like survival instincts, right? So I think this is like something that you might be, you just have like this gut feeling that this is good for you. You're meant to do this. And 6 of Wands, you might actually become the leader in these fields. You'll be very successful in these. People will look up to you. You might be very good at it. It is the Prince of Wands, so it's not like the King, and so there is room for growth. You're probably at the very beginning of it, and this could be a path that you might want to follow. Okay, so this is what I see for pile number 1. If you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, enjoy my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, if you picked pile number 2, we're going to take a look at the tarot card later. I picked out 2 cards from the astrology, so both might resonate, or maybe one or the other might resonate, so you don't have to take everything. It is a general reading. So we got the first house, and then we got Aries. Oh, wow, this is the same message, almost, pretty much. Because the first house, Aries kind of is associated with the first house, and so it has like a similar kind of meaning. Aries is all about like the head, the face, the mental health type of things, right? So if you're into like anything that's kind of like around the face, like makeup, I would say is very much that. I know it's more associated with Leo as well, but because Leo is all about like beauty, creativity, but Aries is all about the face. So like facial spas, like making other people look pretty, making other people feel confident. Aries in first house is all very like number 1. So anything that you feel like you, I think you might be the leader, like the person, the first to start a lot of things. Having Aries or the first house, you might also, because it is a cardinal sign, so you might even want to be your own boss. You don't want to listen to other people, so you can actually open up your own company and stuff. But the only thing is about Aries is that you might want to find a partner who kind of complement you in the areas that you're lacking, right? So you're like the kind of person that's going to go forth, do all that stuff, setting the trend and all that stuff. And then somebody behind you may be more of like a earth sign, right? To just work things out and have it sustain, or more like maybe or air signs where they're very good at marketing and socializing, right? To make sure that whenever you set enemies, they will be able to cover your back, kind of thing. right? So those might be really good compliments for you if you do want to have your own, like, be your own boss. So first house is also about the body builder, fitness, right? All the fire signs are very like sporty type of thing, but I mean, more so in Aries and Sagittarius. Leo, maybe, it depends, right? So, but for you, I think anything that's very athletic might be something that you might want to look into. Athletic field, sports, or even fitness, trainers, right? The gym, and anything that's dealing with like the head, or like you can be a hairstylist, right? Or you want to, or like I would say for like the first house, because it's also the body but the face. So to help somebody dress, like the whole thing, right? A dresser, or like a shopper, right? Personal shopper, or some sort of thing like that might be something that you might want to look into. So, so I would even say like maybe psychology might be something too, but then just because of the mental thing, but it might be more. Okay, we need to like maybe look at your birth chart to see if you have other placements, but you might need a little bit of like water signs or water houses to have that interest, that deep, like I want to discover and help and all that stuff. But there is a possibility in that as well. Okay, so these are pretty much of the same type of areas. So if you're interested, in looking at your chart, you're welcome to message me, okay, to get a reading and stuff like that. So now let's take a look at your advice cards. So the first one, we got the Four of Wands. Again, is very fiery, okay, and then we got the Ten of Swords as the clarification. Okay, so Four of Wands is all about success, celebration. It's about partnership as well, because it's like marriages, right, of two people. Sometimes like in the Rider-Waite, it is like marriage, but it's about celebration. It's about doing things together. So like I said, I think it would be good for you to find someone who will complement you and cover the areas that you're weak at. So then you can just focus on the things that you're really good at. Because Aries, they know what they want. They have a sense of what they want, where they want to go. And you just need you need someone to support you and give you lots of support and let you do what you're good at, right? And because you're also maybe lack patience, so you want somebody who complement you in that, so that they can cover the stuff that you have no patience for, right? Over here we have Ten of Swords. You wanted to watch out for, again, setting enemies, because you maybe didn't think that far ahead. You didn't, right? Swords is all about like it's the air sign, right? The socializing part of things. And so because you might be very direct and you're like, I don't really think I meant it that way. That was not what I meant, but somebody could take it the wrong way. And so you need someone who can kind of back you up and help you resolve any issues, or even do like marketing stuff for you, PR stuff for you, right? Or also the earth signs, where they kind of like follow through and doing like stabilizing, keep building and sustaining, that type of thing. So that would be something that the advice for pile number 2. But I think you really like whatever you set your mind to. I think you're very good at it. So you would actually go do it and go get it. Aries is like the go-getter. And so I think anything that you wanted to do, you will make it happen, right? So I don't think you have to worry too much, but you just want to make sure that you have someone, you collaborate with someone instead of trying to do things on your own, because Aries maybe sometimes have the tendency just do it because everybody's too slow. I have got this thing and I want to just be first. I want to go and just do it. But you might want to collaborate. Think about collaboration, doing something together, find that perfect person to kind of do things together with you. So that is what I see for pile number 2. If you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, enjoy my video, and turn on a notification bell if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. Let's take a look at. We'll look at the advice card later. Right now, we have the 2. I picked the 2 cards out of the astrology pile because it's a general reading, so I want to make sure that I give enough things for people to watch or to resonate with. So you might not resonate with both of the cards. Take however it resonates, okay? So the first one we got is Pisces, and the second one is 7th house. Interesting. So Pisces is about dreams, about big dreams. It's about sacrificing. It's about helping other people, right? 7th house, again, it's about other people as well. Partnership. It might even be marriage. All right, so anything that's like, if you want to, 7th house is usually associated with Libra, so anything like the law related might be really good for you as well. So if you want to go into law, but in the area of, say, like marriage counseling, anything that's doing with like marriage, or if you can do it, go into business law, so like being consultant of businesses, and so you look at their papers and stuff like that to make sure like they're covered like from a legal point of view when they're doing business, that kind of thing, right? Setting up contracts for people to sign, like between businesses and stuff like that, or like marriage, like, you know, or say divorce lawyer, marriage counselors might be good too. All right, so that would be that 7th house. Very much like evolving someone else, okay? Like a consultant might be a good for 7th house as well. Or like a judge, or where you have to arbitrate. An arbitrator might be really good, or mediator might be really good for you. The kind of path that might be good. So anything that's like you're like the middle person, right? The 7th house, the middle person. Might be really good for you. Okay, so now let's talk about Pisces. I don't know if you resonate with that, but if not, then Pisces part is very dreamy, artistic. If you want to be an actor, that might be something that's more of a Pisces, right? If you're very artsy, artistic, any type of artsy stuff might be Pisces area, right? So drawing, poems, what else? Sculpture, any type of artsy things that you can think of. Theater, that is like Pisces ruled. Or if you're into like, say, like again, nonprofit organization, anything that's like sacrificial, like, you know, helping other people, especially like people who are in need of help, like, you know, people that are being abused or whatever it is. Like, it doesn't have to be abused. That's just an example. But any people like the victims, right? You want to help them out. So instead of doing it as like you know, and unpaid, do it professionally, right? So then, because the Pisces tend to have the tendency like doing too much and then putting everything, and you sympathize and you right, empathize, and so then you just put too much in and people take advantage of you. But if you do it professionally, you might not have the energy to do it on your own time. And this is something that my teacher from astrology class was talking about, that you want to do a lot of these kind of rescuing professionally, so that people just don't take advantage of you, right? So Pisces part is about that. So anything that's like, you know, helping other people, social work might be also something that you might be interested in, right? Any again, artistic, actor, writer, all that stuff. Okay, so then now, Pisces, I would also say this is kind of interesting. Hypnosis. Like you might want to go into maybe like hypnotizing like area, field or something, learn about that, right? So that might be an area that you can look into. Okay, so let's take a look at your advice card. We have the Lovers and the Vision, 3 of Wands. This is to verify. This is as a verification of the Lovers card. Okay. So the Lovers card is Gemini. So again, I would say like the advice card is that for you, it might be, it's kind of interesting. We got the Pisces, which is the 2 fishes going different directions. And then we have the 7th house, which is about Libra, balancing things. And then we got the Lovers, which is about, it's Gemini. 2 people. So there's a lot of duality over here. So I think you, for pile number 3, you probably want to look into like balancing things. You might tend to, this is the advice, you might tend to kind of swing from 2 extremes. So you want to go find the balance in between. And so that's why the mediator or doing things professionally might be something that you wanted to look into. The Lovers card, also for you, it might be a good idea that you're not just good at one thing. Okay, the Gemini, you might actually want to think about having 2 jobs, 2 things, or 2 or more things. Okay, so you are not limited to only have one path. You can have multiple paths. And I think you are like in society, a lot of the times we want people to be focused and just do one thing and do that one thing really well. But for you, you might actually be known as doing 2 separate things, really, both of them really well. So you might be like, say, for example, if it's like actor, singer, actor, director, or you can even just have studied law and then be, I don't know, a writer or something like that. You have multiple titles. So you don't have to do only one thing, okay? So this is one of the advice for you. And then over here, 3 of Wands is to verify the Lovers. This is the Vision, okay? 3 of Wands, the Vision, and also collaboration. So instead of doing things alone, I would say that for you, also find someone to do it with who has a common goal for you. And if you have a team, and this is not just do it with one other person, this is a team. Have a team help you do a lot of things, and then you may even have time to do 2, 3, 4, 5 other things that you're very interested in and that you're very talented at. Okay, so for pile number 3, you're not only good at one thing, you can actually seek out different routes and paths and do multiple things at the same time, and then find a team that can help and back you up. So you don't have to be, oh, I can only do one thing. No, you can do many different things. You can be a YouTuber and real estate agent, I don't know, whatever, right? And then you can also find a way to, this is 3 of Wands, I would even say maybe you can even find a way to merge the 2, even though they seemingly 2 different things, but you can also put them together and do a YouTube thing about real estate. I don't know, right? 2 different things, but you do it together. So that could be something that a path that you might be, you can look into. So that's what I see for pile number 3. And if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 4. We're going to take a look at the advice card last. We're going to take a look at the astrology cards first and see which path, what you're talented at, okay? You might resonate with both, or you might resonate with one or the other. This is a general reading. Take what resonates. So the first one is Leo, I will. And then we have the third house, which is, it's about messages, but third house is about a lot of things. So first of all, Leo usually is associated with the fifth house. The Leo is also about the child. The Leo, you think about the Leo, it's the king, it's the grand entrance, it's the drama, king or queen, right? So for the Leo part, you might be into anything that's like on stage, grand things, something that you can put you in the spotlight, right? You want to be known for like the top, the number one of in your field. I mean, yes, it is kind of like a more of an Aries thing being the number one, but Leo wants to be in the spotlight. So like if people think about something, they're like, oh, this person is the person that our go-to person type of thing in the spotlight. Or so anything, you can even be a politician if you want to, right? Or if you are, I'm gonna take like an example of the boss that I used to, or I'm still working for, and he's a Leo, and he is like the movie star in his field, or the star in his field. He holds like, I just went to our Christmas party, and holy cow, they rented out the ballroom in the hotel, and we had over 500 people attended the party. And yeah, he was on stage the whole time in the spotlight, right? Making speeches, giving out awards. So that's the Leo. So it doesn't matter which field you're in, you want to be in the spotlight. So you want to be the top 5, top 10, top 3, the first. Okay, so the Leo person. Again, Leo, I think you could be an actor if you want to, but anything that's creative, okay? Anything that's creative. Or Leo is also about children, child. You might want to be a teacher, okay? A teacher like, or even a parent. So maybe family is kind of important for you. You want to have kids and or like kindergarten teacher or something like that, right? That might be something that you might want to look into. Teaching kids, playing with kids, that kind of thing. Or again, creativity in children's usually like you want to give birth to like an artwork or creativity things. Doesn't have to be artwork, anything you give birth to. If you are an engineer, right, software engineer, and so you come up with a software, and that would be the children, right? Because it's creative and it's a product that you produced. It's something that you came up with. So that would count as well. So it doesn't have to be artistic. It's anything that you give birth to. Okay, that would count as well. So anything that you can you utilize your creativity would be the path that you want to look into. So now let's talk about the third house. The third house is about messages over here. It's the associated usually with Gemini. Gemini is all about communications. It's about short-term trips. It's things that's associated with your sisters, your neighbors, and that kind of thing. So over here, then maybe you want to do something that's like the neighborhood watch or something like that, or like building like a little community in your around your house or where you live. That may be something like become the leader in the community, the small community, right? Or third house, again, writer, short-term, traveling. So you might want to become like a journalist would be very Gemini, third house. And that's kind of like giving birth to something too. If you're a writer, you give birth to like books, right? Creativity. So the combination of this might be like a writer, an author, that kind of things, right? But over here, if it's just the third house, it could also just be journalists, reporter, right? You might even like to drive, like a transportation, work in the area of transportation, logistics. So like a driver of some sort, right? Might be very third house as well. Maybe you love cars, trucks, and that kind of things, ships. Airplane is more of the ninth house, but it is on the other side. So it could be that as well, right? So you might be like a travel journalist too. So that could be something that you might be interested in and look into or have a natural talent in. So that is that. Now let's take a look at your advice card. We got the Sun, which is very Leo. The Sun is the Leo. And then we have the Intuition, Queen of Cups, to clarify the Sun. All right, so I would say over here with the combination of the Queen of Cups and the Sun, it could be an actor thing. Follow your intuition and being in the spotlight, right? The advice over here is also about following your intuition. Sometimes you might not believe in yourself, right? Or you might doubt yourself and the lack of confidence. The Sun is about the confidence. Believe in yourself. The Queen of Cups. Believe in yourself, the intuition. Maybe sometimes you don't listen to your intuition. You have self-doubt. Don't doubt that. You are talented. These two are more, except for the transportation and logistics, is more like factual, or if you're like a teacher or like an engineer or something, like giving birth to something. But if it's like more the artsy side, a lot of the times you might doubt and not sure if this is something you're good at. So listen to yourself. And don't be afraid to be in the spotlight. Even if you're like the transporter or driver, you might be like the driver of the year, the employee of the year, or something like that, or of the month. And you'll be in the spotlight. Don't be shy. Don't shy away from it. Embrace it. I think it will build your confidence, right? And so that would be something that you might, maybe that would be the advice for you. Be confident and happy. Over here is the Sun. The Queen of Cups is also about empathy and sympathy and being very friendly. The Sun, friendly, providing happiness for other people. I think that would be something that maybe a goal that you want to set. Like you want to make other people happy and you want to be warm and friendly, right? So that would be the advice for you. Like make yourself happy, and because you're happy, and that will spread, and you'll spread that warmth to other people and make other people feel really warm and taken care of, and all of that, right? Healing, the healing power of the Sun and the Queen of Cups. I think you might be a really good healer as well. The third house, using words to help other people. So the power of words, anything that's doing any kind of jobs that's about communication or about words. Over here, there's also like the teacher that we talked about, right? Early childhood teachers, like the elementary teachers, the kindergarten teachers, right? Daycare teachers. That might be something that you might want to look into as well. What else? Yeah, just even if you're a journalist or a writer, using your word to help other people feel warm and feel cared about, and provide happiness to them, and make them feel inspired. The fifth house, where the Leo, the Sun, is about inspiration. Make them feel inspired. Your job, or you're very talented at inspiring other people. All right, so that is what you're talented at, and that's the path maybe you want to look into. So this is what I see for pile number 4, and if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, enjoy my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.